Call roll.
Yes. Mr. Venero.
Here.
Mr. Zungri.
Here.
Mrs. Inalderado.
Here.
Mr. Kennedy.
Sitting out.
Mr. Conti.
Here.
Mr. Walsh.
Here.
Mrs. Shaw. Mr. Medicini.
Here.
Mr. Coviello. Mr. Anello. Mr. Harris.
Here.
Mrs. DeVito.
Here.
Mr. Di Lorenzo.
Here. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the
So moved.
April meeting?
So moved.
Second. Lois, call roll.
Who's second? Conti. Mr. Venero.
Yes.
Mr. Zungri.
Yes.
Mrs. Inalderado.
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Medicini.
Take no part.
That's it.
Chairman's comments. Mr. Di Lorenzo, Arlene Shaw had brought up about the gate by the railroad tracks at the ShopRite that's being left open.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the resolution.
What's that?
I didn't see it as a condition in the resolution.
No? She thought it was like a safety concern.
Yeah, we can go check it out.
You could
It's
talk
by
to
the railroad track?
That's what she said, the back gate is being
Yeah.
left open. And they
Okay.
said that they were gonna lock it at night or something, and they're not.
Yeah, it wasn't in the resolution as a condition, but I'll call them up. They
Thank
should
you.
comply.
Correspondence and payment of bills, anybody have any questions or comments? Under old business, is there anything anyone would like to bring up? If not, under resolutions, we have the memorialization of the resolution of the planning board authorizing a preliminary investigation of certain parcels located in the proximity of Geraldo Street and Cortlandt Street, block 8902, lot 1, 10, and 11. This was approved, and we'll just take a vote memorializing it.
Mr. Venero.
Yes.
Mr. Zungri.
Yes.
Mrs. Inalderado.
Yes.
Mr. Conti.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Medicini.
Yes. Under new business, we have an application before the board. It's PB 2015-01, 354-374 Main Street, Planet Fitness. The applicant is proposing to renovate, make alterations of approximately 3,500 square feet to the existing previously approved Planet Fitness. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Good evening, Richard Stewart from the law firm of Lasser, Hoffman and Roseland. On behalf of the applicant, Oster Belleville Properties LLC. As the chairman indicated, this application involves the Planet Fitness on Main Street. The board members will recall, we appeared before the board back in November and obtained approvals for Planet Fitness's initial build-out. That was of approximately 16,393 square feet. We're here this evening because Planet Fitness has been successful at that location and would like to expand, and we're proposing certain alterations to additional square footage. And I have with me this evening the project's architect, the project's planner, as well as a representative of the owner. And I'd like at this time to have Mr. Kevin Gore, who is the architect, be sworn in. Mr. Gore was qualified as an expert in architecture at the last hearing in November. I would ask that he be qualified in this.
We'll accept your witnesses.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name and spell your last name and your address for the record.
Okay. Kevin C. Gore. Last name is G-O-R-E. And my address is 21 Grand Avenue, Palisades Park, New Jersey, Suite 106, 07650.
Thank you.
And Mr. Gore, can you just briefly describe for the board what's being proposed?
Yes. I handed out there's plans circulating around, which are duplicates of what you have. Basically, the current Planet Fitness plans to expand to the north, approximately 30 feet. They would relocate their circuit training rooms from where they currently are to be slid over into the expansion space. The rest of the club would remain as is, and some additional aerobics equipment would be put into the center portion that used to be the circuit training area. The storefront would be renovated and replaced to match the storefront that was replaced as part of the initial Planet Fitness, so that it would have a consistent look. We'll be closing in a couple of doors in the back, and closing in 2 doors in the front, and then continuing the logo graphics across the storefront as, you know, just safety and identity elements.
That's basically it in a nutshell. I have no further questions. If you board members have questions, of course, we'd be happy to answer them. And we will have a planner testify as to why he thinks from a planning standpoint this can be accomplished without any detriment to the neighborhood.
We're taking over an existing store here, right? That's-
Yeah, it's the Radio Shack that's going out of business, and then it's part of Sally's that was previously split up. So those are all vacant spaces to the left of this line here.
It's all gonna be open, right? It's all gonna look like one big unit when you,
Yeah, well, the circuit rooms are here now, so they're just sliding over, so it'll actually seem bigger than it, you know, we'll seem more expansive inside the club than it was before.
are we adding any bathrooms or?
No, the bathroom capacity was such that it supported that expansion.
And how many additional entrance exits? Is there-
There aren't any additional exits because the exits that are there accommodate all the load within all code requirements. There's a door in the back here, there's a pair of doors up front. And there's a door, well, that's the electric room access door.
We would pick that up in, when he comes in for permits, we picked up on code review, when he comes in for permits, if he needs any more exits.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's doors we could use if, you know, even if if the town feels that to be prudent, we'd be happy to, you know, take that into account.
Anybody got any questions on that?
Ray, I just have one question, because on one blueprint that I have, it shows an additional exterior doorway on the far end by your purple shadings.
Okay.
And on this one, it does show an additional exit, but on the plan that
On
you
this one
proposed tonight, it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was a request of the, of Planet Fitness to close that in, just because the way that room works. But there are two potential doors that are currently exits that could be purposed to that, if that's a condition, certainly.
It's just a concern for fire reasons of an exit, of how many egresses you have.
Right.
Say if you have a full house of it. Frank, I guess you'll.
Yeah, we
look at it.
have to look at that when he
Okay.
comes in with the see the construction documents for
Gotcha.
permits.
Will Mr. Hands have review?
Yeah, of course, it's a review of the building and the fire.
Anybody, do you have any other witnesses, or?
I do. I have a planner that I'm going to have testify briefly. And does it make any sense to have this introduced or marked as an exhibit?
Yes.
Yeah, we should introduce it.
Okay.
So stamp
And we'll
or-
mark it as, what do you wanna mark it as? A1? Do we have any other exhibits on this? No, it was just a plan. Yep,
I'm gonna
we
use
mark
that.
it as A1.
Great. So I'd like to now call Jerome Even. And again, Mr. Even did testify at the last hearing and was qualified as an expert in planning. I would ask that he be qualified again.
I'll accept your consent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Jerome, Jerome, Leslie, Eben, E-B-E-N, 26 Walker Road, West Orange, New Jersey, 07052.
Mr. Even, from a planning standpoint, can you briefly describe to the board why you think this, the thing proposed by the applicant makes sense for this property?
I I was here back in, I believe it was in November, 7 months ago, and I testified that this would be a great use. Use is allowed. I read Mr. DiLorenzo's Jr.'s letter. The use is allowed, and the only reason why we were here in November is the same reason why we're here again, is that in your zoning ordinance, if it's more than 20, if we're building out more than 2,500 square feet, we need to come for site plan review. So this is really the, as I testified to, and it was really more of a prediction back in November. I went back to the site recently, and I had an interview with Mr. Kevin, I don't know if I can pronounce his name, Caballero, I'm going to screw it up, I knew it was going to screw it up. Caballero, I'll spell it for the court reporter. Kevin, Caballero. Caballero. What do I know? I have trouble with long names. Anyway, I interviewed him for about a half an hour, and I just asked him how things were going. And I actually was there during one of the, during what he says is the busy time, from 4:30 to 9:30. I was there about 4:45 that afternoon. And I asked him how things are going. He says, things are great. He says, look what's happening here. And he said, and he did say that it's, he thinks it's good for business, for his business. People come here, they use the facility, and they stay here. They go to shopping down the road, and it's engaging people. His staff, he had at the busy time, he has 6 to 10 people that are on during the busy time. Of course, they're rotating throughout the day, and some of the people he hired are from the community. So that was a prediction I said would happen, and it did happen. And generally, it's a great use for a center that was a little bit downtrodden. It's now improved. The interior is improved. It's bright. It's got nice colors. It's got their standard colors, and even their equipment is color coded. Nice place to go and work out and even stay a while and shop. So I think it's a great use, and it's great for the Belleville community.
And the applicant's not seeking any variance.
And no variances, and so there's definitely benefits to working to, you first allowed this to happen back 7 months ago, and to continue the improvement in the building, and hopefully that will improve the whole center down the line as time goes by.
I have no further questions.
Yeah, I just want to remind you, on our initial resolution that was for security, but it's been working out okay, because I believe the Planet Fitness is part of the overall mall security, and they're contributing to that. And so far it has been working out. But in our original agreement, Planet Fitness was to provide their own, but just want to remind you of that.
Planet Fitness has a camera.
Yeah,
installed.
we got the camera, and again, I'm not saying that you should have it right now. I said things are working out fine as far as they're contributing to the whole mall security we have there. Maybe you're not even aware of that, but they
No,
are.
I am aware, because I asked Kevin, I said,
Yeah.
I asked him, how, is everything okay? Has everything been okay?
Yeah, everything has been okay.
It's great.
It's working out fine, yeah. But
And he says it's great, everybody gets along. And in fact, in looking at the clientele that was there the day that I was there, very diverse clientele,
Yeah.
people from all walks of life, I thought it was great to see that.
Yeah.
You know, good mix.
I don't want to sound like a naysayer, but should things change, I mean, I just want.
Well, things change, then.
Want you to be prepared, like maybe if we're gonna need our own convenience overnight and everything. But so far, everything's fine, and I'm okay with it,
I think if things change, it's a matter of just contact,
Yeah,
contacting through the chain of command, and we'll do what we have to
Yeah,
do.
no, that's what I'm reminding you for, but everything's fine right now, and I'm okay with the status quo.
Great.
Just a quick, are the hours changing?
No, it's a 24-hour operation, and I asked Kevin about that. He said that they're a little bit slow in the overnight, but
Yeah.
he said that it's the company's policy, and they'll continue to evaluate their operation.
Do you guys plan on installing any more security cameras to cover the additional space?
I don't know that answer, because it's really only, it's all interior, so it's all within, the camera's on the outside. It's not on the inside, it's on the outside, so It's not, I don't think it's a problem.
Okay. Any other board member have questions of this witness? If not, I'd like to open it up to the public. Does anybody in the public have any question of any of the witnesses tonight? If not, we close the public portion of the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Step down. Taxes are paid in full, Frank, you just showed.
And the water.
Frank, the water bill is,
Yep.
water's paid too. Taxes are current, and the water is current on the property. So at this time, does any member like to make a motion for the approval of this resolution?
Second.
Lois, can you call the roll?
Mr. Venero,
Yes.
Mr. Zungri,
Yes.
Mrs. Inalderado,
Yes.
Mr. Conti,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Medicine.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Does anyone like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting? Go ahead. Come on, get it.
I have a quick, we have been criticized quite a bit on this board, and I know I attended classes, I know many have too. What I'm requesting is possibly consideration that we attend the League of
I know we
Municipalities.
introduced it, you
That's
can keep it.
Yeah, we usually keep it as part of it. Okay, thank you.
The league in November,
Yes.
the seminars and workshops, I always think it's a great idea. I encourage the members to go. And, you know, we'll remind the members again in October. If anybody has the time, you know, the seminars and workshops, and they're very helpful. Keep you current on what's going on. And we'll remind you guys in October, if anybody can make them, they're very helpful.
Also, I'm requesting that possibly overnight lodging, you know, the town should not pay for it, but we should get the town rate, and if that's possible, that we can each pay for our own if we decide to stay overnight.
Why shouldn't the town?
Well, you're right, the town should, and we have in the past, so maybe that is something that we can request also.
Yeah, at least if we get the town rate, I'm sure that'll
Yeah,
help.
I'll check when it comes around, when the
Check
trucks
to
start
see
bringing,
if
I'll let
their
you
budget
know.
allows it.
Yeah,
Because
not a
if we
problem.
can do that, that would be.
You say, Mayor?
Okay.
For the record, announce the special meeting.
What is it, Monday?
Monday.
Yeah, this coming Monday, June 15th. June 15th will be a special meeting for the Soho property, if anyone would like to attend. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for, to adjourn.
Meeting is adjourned.
Very well.
Mr. John.
Good job.
That was quick.
Okay.
One of the quickest.